Hello, here we are on a beautiful Saturday. As you can see, we do the markets by the beach. It's been really hot this week. It's hot today, very humid. So after setup, I was lucky enough to go for a swim and just cool down and get ready for the next part of the day. Okay, today we're going to talk about layout, and I want to thank Ava from Austin, Texas. She's a stall holder there, and I've checked out your YouTube. Looks great what you're doing, and I want to thank you for this great suggestion. So yeah, layout, very important in the middle of Manly here. So let's get stuck into it and find out what goes on here. Welcome to Manly Markets 2095. Manly is the first beach north of Sydney Harbour and can easily be reached by ferry, car or bus. My name is Mark, and I've been running the Manly Markets for 11 years now, and I have over 30 years retail experience in the surf industry, which has really helped me understand the markets business overall. Each week, I'm going to show you around our markets, including how we run them, introduce our stall holders, show you around Manly, and interview some locals along the way. Please subscribe and enjoy our weekly shows every Friday. So we operate in two sections now with Manly Markets. We're in the Corso, which is the main thoroughfare from Manly Wharf to Manly Beach, which is a great setup. And also Sydney Road, which runs off the Corso where we were originally. And the reason why we've moved into the Corso has been we're slowly getting squeezed out of Sydney Road. What we have to deal with, firstly, we're a guest to this area. The primary reason is to add atmosphere, which markets do, brings a lot of people, and that helps the shops. It just creates a good, vibrant feeling. I know that people are especially coming to Manly because of the markets now. I think it's grown into something that's very attractive, and everyone loves markets, So the first time we used the Corso was about 4 or 5 years ago, and we used to do just a single line, and it was really confusing to me because it just didn't really work too well. And then along came COVID, and we had to do a setup only in the Corso because we had to rope it off. But to check people's vaccinations, yeah, believe it or not, it was all like that back then. And only let people who were in were vaccinated, all the store holders were vaccinated. Crazy times. I mean, it doesn't matter what you believe in, but it was crazy times and really difficult. But what it forced us to create this little village type layout, which we now use today. And I remember doing the first one, and at the end of the day I thought, oh my God, too scared to ask the stall holders how was it, and they all just said it was amazing because it just created so much interest and people really love it. I mean, what I learnt too is the proximity of stalls. It's good to have stalls close, not too close. I think some markets just jam-pack stalls in too much, and there's nowhere for people to go, and they can't shop, so it actually works badly, and no one can really get close to the stalls, and they just end up getting frustrated and leave. So yeah, with this layout we have, and I'll show some images, it works really well. So we learnt something out of a bad situation, which was really great. Sydney Road, it's long, and it works well. It creates atmosphere in what was normally a pretty quiet street. I mean, you come down here on a weekday and there's really not many people here, but on market day it's packed. The flow is good. We've got nice wide alleyways here. I mean, we even had a fire truck go through here one time, and the fire brigade chief complimented me on the layout, which was really good. Really pleased, because I was a bit worried. The reason we're getting squeezed out of Sydney Road is we get shops closing and then getting replaced by cafes or eateries, with outdoor seating. So we have to give way to the outdoor seating, and there's just been quite a few opening up in the past 12 months, and we're actually losing the total number of stalls we can have, which is a little bit concerning. How far does that go? Does it mean one day we won't be able to fit in here? Don't know, can't answer that, but this is a prime example. This used to be all where we had gazebos, but now it's all outdoor seating, which, you know, I don't mind, but, you know, we can see that we're getting squeezed out. But yeah, I'm pro the seating, it's great. So as you can tell, we're surrounded by shops and businesses, and the idea is, with the layout, is we leave access to all doorways. We're not here blocking anything. It's a clear path to all shops, so consequently shops are on side. We have good rapport with most of them. Some of them unfortunately can't help a bad retailer. They always want to blame the market, unfortunately, and generally those stores that do that, we don't see them after about 2 or 3 months, and the reason is they were going bad and they didn't want to blame themselves. They just want to blame the markets, which is a shame, because most of the stores here love us and appreciate the crowds we bring here for them. Another big point with layout is the categories. Who do we accept at this market? What products do we have at this market? And how do we try and fit new people in? Well, at the moment we're closed off. We've been closed off for 3 months, since October. It's now early January, and at the moment I can't see us opening up applications just yet. And we average about 70 to 75 stalls each trading day, and we don't choose, but from a pool of about 100 people who are regulars, they make up those 75 stalls. You know, obviously you have people who are regulars, they come every Saturday, every Sunday, both. Then you get people that want to come twice a month, and you get people that come once a month, people that just want to pop in and pop out. And somehow it just works out pretty perfect sometimes, other times not so perfect. But at the moment it's going okay. I mean, obviously the lead up to Christmas couldn't fit everyone in, and just had to say sorry to people who hadn't traded as much. So it goes on priority. The more you trade, the more higher you are on the list, and the more guarantee you are of a spot. I mean, obviously our biggest category is jewellery, but we never make sure, or we make sure we never go over 25% of the whole market. So there will never be more than 25% jewellery here in the market, and that works well. And then inside that category, all the jewellery, I try to make sure it's unique and different to any of the other jewellery. It's really important, I feel, to make sure that the market has a wide variety. Like a shopping centre, if you look at a shopping centre, they get the mix right. Certain categories have more shops. Then we have just a splatter across all the other categories, but you know, some of them I limit it to one person, and you know, I will not let someone else come into the market that's in that category. And if I feel it's got room for a couple more, like say pottery, I limit that to 3, and I find that works well. And you know, various other categories. Women's clothing, something I have to watch, that probably stays around the 5 to 7%. Yeah, so candles, got to be careful with that. We only have 2 permanents, and then probably 2 other casuals that pop in, pop out. But you know, I just want to make sure my store holders make good money, and that makes the market look good, and I want people to be able to keep coming back, earn a good living from it, and then yeah, it just all seems to work out quite nice. So another requirement for our store holders is they don't make it, they must design it. And if it's unique, then that's another way to get into our market. I mean, a lady who's married to a guy called Ali from Kenya. They import beautiful African products, probably seen them before in the show here. Yeah, Colombian bags. They just add good flavour, you know. You just can't rely on people actually just designing product or making it. It's practically impossible to make enough product and be successful at a market these days. So yeah, if you can design it and get it made overseas, then go for it. Just make sure it's a ethical company, you know, that's not employing slave labour and using eco-friendly products, paying their staff correctly. These are all things that are very important these days. Always got room for something unique. You know, we've got the guy with the vinyl records, got the guy with the mathematical calendar. I mean, he only comes towards the end of the year, but it's just such a nice difference to have. Sunglasses, we've got 3 people who design their own sunglasses, and I find that's enough. They're all different. Now, in case you're wondering, what do I do all day? Well, my day starts at 5:30, get up, check the weather, check any final messages, yeah, usually a few, any changes necessary. And I get down here on the markets at 7 a.m. and then everyone starts arriving and we do setup for about 2 hours. Then 9 a.m. everyone starts trading. Then I do some social media posts to let people know the markets are on today. And then I do the invoicing, send out all the invoices to the store holders. And then, yeah, do any other admin I've got to do, you know, for next week or whatever's going on. And then, yeah, lunch, and then pretty soon it's time to collect the rent from those that pay on the day. We do have people that prepay and prefer it that way, and then we get other people who pay a couple of days later during the week, and that's fine. They all know the drill. They just get the job done for me, which is nice. Don't usually have to chase anyone. And then, yeah, but 4:45 we start packing up, and I've got a few young boys that work for me, and they earn some good pocket money working for me. They help pack up, also help set up, and then yeah, we're out of here by about 6 p.m. So it's a long day, but it goes fast, always goes fast. Okay, so now I'm down at Manly Wharf End, where everyone comes in by ferry from the city, which is great. So yeah, that's our episode on how we do the layout, everything that goes into it, and everything we have to deal with. It's a hot day here, I can tell you. So thanks for watching, and I'm going to go have another swim.